You know, somebody once told me I have a Godzilla in my pants. And, what the hell? Put him away. That could be dangerous. That could be hazardous to someone's health. Today is Tuesday, March 22nd, as far as I know. As far as you know, it could be Friday the 50th of next December, whatever that is, some sort of futuristic date, because you may be watching this at some futuristic time, whereas I am watching this now. Now is when I am watching this, and the time to watch is now. I just got back from the Cleveland Auto-Rama, and boy are my arms tired. I was hanging out with Greg the Hammer Valentine, and that's the first time we ever hung out, and I like Greg the Hammer Valentine. Very interesting individual, I had a really good time with him. The Cleveland Auto, easy for me to say. The Cleveland Auto-Rama was, okay. There was a lot of autos there, and not a lot of Rama-ing, but, you get what you pay for. This week I'll be wrestling with the ICP, the Insane Clown Posse. Saturday I will be there in Milwaukee, I believe. And not Milwaukee, Oregon. And the reason I say that, it'll be Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But Milwaukee, Oregon, that's famous for two reasons. Well, probably a lot more than that. Or probably a lot less than that, considering it's not that famous. But Milwaukee, Oregon is where I used to live when I wrestled in Portland, Oregon for the Portland Wrestling promotion. Which is interesting because, in fact, everybody lived there at some point or another. When you first come to the territory, you would go to this, stay at this weekly motel called the Bomber. And it had a bomber airplane from like World War II, out front on top of the gas tanks because it was a gas station slash a restaurant slash. Why am I making circular motions with my hand? And there's a reason for that. And motel. And the reason I'm making a circular motion is because you drove in and it was circular. So you would pull in, then you drive past the gas station, and then there was like a semicircle where all the rooms were. And all the boys would stay there for years, and I was the very last one to stay there. And I feel very proud of that accomplishment, or pathetic. I'm not sure which. The Milwaukee, Oregon that's where that's from, that's where I was, because I almost lost my train of thought, so now I'm just babbling. That's all, folks. It's also the home of Dark Horse Comics, which it may not have been then, but it is now. And if I ever get back up that ways, I would like to go visit their headquarters and get some free comics. Some trade paperbacks, actually. Because speaking of free trade paperbacks, me and the Hurricane used to do that. That would be Hurricane the Helms. We used to go to we didn't go there just for the free swag. Because free swag rocks, though. And the free swag, the free merch, the free Fernum Durnum, the free Sabida. We would go there not for that entirely. That would just be a byproduct. And that's really, I'd just like to see the studios because that's cool to me. But we would go when we would be on the road. If we were at, say we were in New York, we'd stop by Marvel Comics and go check out the bullpen where all the famous stuff happened with Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And then they would take a tour of the place and then they'd give us free swag. And then we do the same for DC Comics and other stuff like that. I did that for Top Cow with my buddy Jeff Katz recently, and they gave me so much swag I almost had a hernia. So I would have had to sue them if I would have got a hernia. How about that? They gave me free swag and I would have sued them for a hernia. Okay, I really wouldn't have sued them, but still, man, they gave me so much free stuff. It was mind-boggling. All these hardback trade paperbacks. Oh, it's cool stuff, man. And there's nothing better than reading in the oversized format. I got to put both hands in the shot. Back up. Because regular comic books are like this size, but the oversized trades are like up to here. And so they're much bigger, so you can see all the detail better, and everything's better. The color, the picture, everything. So that's that. Moving on. Where will I move on to? Today I don't really have anything planned because it's still early in the week and I'm still sleepy from my weekend, because usually Monday and Tuesday are my recovery days, and then Wednesday I start to get my act together, and then by Friday I'm usually back on the road. So there's not a whole lot of act that's really put together. But today I'm just trying to get this done, trying to knock one out so I don't leave a blank week after the month of blank weeks. And because I got to go on the road tomorrow, back on the road early this week. I'm leaving on Wednesday. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Speaking of again, that was something that Jericho would always say, again. And what did anybody think of Jericho's performance on the Dancing with the Stars? I'd be curious to see what people thought. He had that other game show. What's that game show called? Where the money went off the cliff, off the bridge, no, off the roof of the building. It was called Money and Prizes Off the Building, I believe. Anyway, he was spectacular in that. I really thought he was amazing in that. I'm not quite as impressed with his Dancing with the Stars yet, but I think he'll come around and get there. I liked his post-match interview, and I thought that was really good, his post-dance interview. What? Oh, downfall. That would be the downfall. What was his downfall? Oh, the show was the downfall. The show was called Downfall. The game show was called Downfall. That was my helpful assistant by my helpful wife, and that was very helpful. Ooh, now my ear's sticking out. I'm going to stick both my ears out. And now I'm going to pull my hat back. There you go. Because my mother-in-law said she couldn't see my face enough, and she likes my brilliant smile. All right, so much for that. Anyway, I thought Jericho's post-match promo was awesome. And I thought his dancing was clunky. But hey, like, I'm not saying I could do any better, because I'm sure I couldn't. And I thought his pre-match promo was but I think he was just out of his element a bit. And I think he finally, once he got the first dance done, I thought he was then he was right in his game. I think he's going to do well. And I hope he does do well, because that'd be pretty cool. He can't do worse than Master P. Who could? Now that I've said that, watch me end up on the show and do worse. Hey, but at least I'd be on the show then. I don't know. What else was I going to say? Fringe. Does anybody watch Fringe? Fringe is absolutely amazing. It is the best show on TV. If you're not watching Fringe, then you are a doofus. Not just a doofus, you're a dumbass and a moron and an imbecile idiot and a moronic-faced boobhead. Yep, those are all the things you are. Fringe is the best show on TV because it has, well, first of all, it has J.J. Abrams at the helm, which J.J. Abrams is at the helm of all the good stuff, like Alias. He did Alias, and which was great the first 2 seasons until they tried to reboot it for everybody, and that's when it went off the rails for the next couple seasons before it died a painful death. He did other stuff. I forget. Hopefully my wife will remind me before I'm done blogging this. But anyway, but the cool thing about it now is instead of trying to on Fringe, it's they're a part of this division called Fringe Division, where they investigate all kinds of fringe occurrences, like sci-fi type stuff. And but then there's like this whole other universe where there's the evil versions of their same people, but they're not really evil. They're just trying to save the world because we our guy Walter, he botched something in our world, and it's a whole long story. But it's really cool, and you can catch up on it. But what I like about it is they're not trying to play. I think he learned his lessons with Alias, because he's not trying to play catch up and trying to get more of an audience, trying to make it more viewer friendly. He's just sticking right with the narrative, right with the what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? It's like well, whatever. The point is, he's sticking with the storyline as it is. He's not trying to change it so to make it more inclusive so everybody else can understand it. He's just leaving it like it is, and screw everybody else, because what the hell? Screw them. Keep the audience you got and don't alienate them, because then you have nothing. So there's that. Another show you have to watch is Wipeout. Wipeout is hysterical. I love watching people wipe out. Well, people just are funny when they get knocked on the head and fall over. And even speaking of people falling over and they're getting knocked down and getting hurt, is Tosh 2.0. Tosh 2.0 is hilarious. He's just this disarming, hilarious, ridiculous, any ranging from ridiculous to arrogant comedian who's so charming and hilarious that he just is hysterical. And he just makes fun of everything that happens on the internet. And that's how I know what happens on the internet, because I find out there. And then he even gives them a chance for a web redemption, like when they do something really stupid. Like he had on the internet's world's worst comic, and he brought him on there and he gave him a web redemption so he could be funnier. And he actually killed. And then sometimes the web redemptions, they don't do so good. But, screw them. Screw a lot of people. I'm really getting tired of this, and I have to say that these video blogs are annoying me in the fact that everything I do is backwards. See, when you think about something that's a memory, you look up to your left, right? And but I'm looking up to my right on the screen because it's a mirror, because it's just taking a direct photo, shot of myself as opposed to reversing the thing so I look like myself. It's like a mirror image. So everything is backwards. So then, like when you're thinking of things, you're thinking I'm thinking off to the right, but you're seeing it, I'm thinking off to the left, and it's completely backwards. And then everything is cockamamie, and now I'm confused, and I'm looking sideways, and I'm just baffled beyond belief. Why must it be so? Why? I'm ready to start doing more stand-up again, too. I talked to my buddy Bob Levy. Our agent is not doing the job she should be doing, so hopefully we'll either get her cooking or we'll get her off the pot, because you either need to shit or get off the pot. So hopefully she'll shit us out some bookings, or else she'll get off the pot of the booking pot, and we'll get somebody else. Because I am jonesing to do some more stand-up, and I've written a few more bits. And they're quite entertaining, which I'm still not going to share with you. And the reason why is I don't want my bits getting out there being stolen prior to their mass consumption by an audience. Either that, or I just don't want them out there yet, because until I'm doing enough gigs, publicly. I want them keep them tucked under my hat. Not this hat, because that hat doesn't really hold a whole lot. But my other hat. My other hat's a pretty big hat. It's a 10-gallon hat, and you could fit about, I don't know, I'd say 9, maybe 10 gallons in it. I don't know. I never actually tried to fill it up, though. But they did say it's a 10-gallon hat at the store. Anyway, this is about it for the video blog. So I will be in Milwaukee with the ICP this Saturday. And then the following week, what's the following week after that? I don't know what the following week is after that. What week is this? Oh, the following week after that, I guess, is WrestleMania, maybe? I don't know. I'll be with some personal appearances around Atlanta with High Spots. So you can find me there if you live in Atlanta. And I'll talk more about that next week. All right, don't forget, I'll also be at the Cauliflower Alley Club. So if you live in Vegas, go to the Cauliflower Alley Club, get my autograph, pay me lots of money, make me rich, bring me scratch-offs. Don't forget to bring me scratch-offs. I need scratch-offs, because scratch-offs are where it's at. Word to your mom. Word to your mom. I came to drop bombs. I got more Bibles in a... Wait, I got more rhymes in a Bible got... No, hold on. Word to your mom. Word to your mom. Here to drop bombs. I got more rhymes than a Bible got psalms. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm spitting out lyrics. Homie, I'll wet you. Booyah! That would have been a little better if I could actually remember the verse. But, what the fuck. Quote the Raven. Nevermore. Nevermore. Not anymore, but nevermore. Forevermore. Lesser more. Scott the more. The more the merrier.